In my earlier video, I said that I have minimized the option for the training program to begin with to a really small amount, which is basically just two different options. The first of which is the 9,000, and the second is the 7,000. What I'm doing right now is the step before the start, is step 0 or step -1, however you'd like to call it. The reason for it is the alignment with the weights. The next weight, the specific number of kilograms, will be a better position to be the actual start. And then it will be a choice between 7,000 and 9,000. I don't think that it's going to be any number other than that. And even if yes, then it would be very unlikely 7,500, but in any case it has to be either 7,000 or 9,000, or, as unlikely as it would be, some other number that is still between 7,000 and 9,000. I have very limited information about this. You see, all of the information is communicated secretly through stories. But if I understand it correctly, both the 7,000 and 9,000 are good and would be able to set me free. However, if I understand it correctly, the 7,000 might set me free in a way that may put me at some potential risk, like it may remove some sort of protection that I would otherwise have, allowing someone else to potentially target me and try to either exploit me or put me in some kind of danger or hurt me. Or maybe it's nonsense. Maybe it's nonsense. I'm just guessing things, but I have really narrowed down the potential options to 7,000 or 9,000, or very unlikely some number in between, but definitely not anything else. For example, 6,000 would be wrong. It's there was a whole movie about the 6,000 that shows that is wrong, and there is some suggestion that if you do the 6,000, you would suffer from male baldness pattern, you will begin to lose hair, and it is really, I really don't want any baldness on my hair, on my head, like really. There was no way I'm doing the 6,000 with with that type of suggestion, male bundles pattern, no fucking way. I am not going to lose hair on my head. So you see, it's between 7,000 to 9,000. Yeah. Now, the 9,000, there's a chance it may make me somewhat more feminine. I don't know if it would make me gay, if it would make me like guys. I don't know, but there's a chance that the 9,000 is the more correct starting option, and that I would be more guarded and supported by higher power if I do the 9,000. I don't know, though those are all guesses. But again, the choice is either 9,000 or 7,000. Or unlikely some number in between. But definitely, I'm telling you, definitely not anything outside of the 9,000 to 7,000 range. Definitely, there's no way. I'm sure that I've narrowed it down, and no matter what I do, I have many weeks to think about it. I think, almost a year. I have lots of time to decide whether to do the 9,000 or the 7,000, or unlikely some other number in between, but definitely not outside of this range. And I wanted to share it with you, both to let you know about my decision, especially since I'm so sure that it's the right decision. Perhaps I would be spared from a lot of suffering from trying to suggesting me things that I definitely not gonna do, like the retarded monkey double shit that the noisemakers are trying to make me do, or the 6,000 that I think that Emma Watson wants me to do, which would make me like women, but make me lose hair. I don't want that stupid shit, and I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do it. And it's really important that I communicate this so the higher powers understand that I understand what is the narrowing down of the most correct options, so that I would stop being tried suggested the incorrect options by the creature and by the noisemakers, and I would be spared a lot of suffering. And that's the first reason that I'm sharing this. And the second one is that if people know what is the options to which I have narrowed down my decision making, then perhaps they can give me some hints or suggestions, either in YouTube or outside of YouTube, to help me make the best choice out of what I have narrowed it down to. That's the second reason. And both reasons make sense, and I'm very glad to be sharing this.